We're going to be working on a MOEN single handle kitchen faucet here that has a problem with the handle being loose. You can see how this is rattling. That's definitely not normal. So we're going to show you how to get in there and tighten that. And first thing we did was we turned off the water, just to be safe, so we don't have to worry about any spraying water or anything like that. What we did first, on the back of this handle, there's a little cap here. So keep an eye on that little guy. Keep it right off to the side. It's a cap that hides a set screw inside the handle. So we're going to take the wrench, go inside there. And this is a American size, inch size, 3/32. So I'm using my 3/32 Allen wrench here to loosen that screw till the handle comes off. Go a little bit more here. Okay, we got the handle off. So there's a little cover here that is real easy to remove. Just unscrews with your hand there. At least this one did. So hopefully yours will be that easy. But what is going on in here is there's a little lock ring that's way in there. And that is what tightens this whole assembly. You can see a little bit of one of the, if you will, like a tooth in there. Maybe I can get my punch in there and you can see it a little bit better. Let's see, get real close. All right, we got better focus there. But there's a little ring inside there, and you can see I'm moving it with this punch. And you have to get in there. It has little tangs on it, little cutouts, if you will, on this lock ring. And this is what loosens and tightens this unit here that's got the valve. And I'm going to get in there with some Loctite. So I had fixed this a couple months ago and it came loose again. It's about a little over a year it took for it to come loose. But I'm going to go back in there now and I'm going to add a little bit of threadlocker. It's Loctite brand 242. Many times it's called Loctite Blue. So the 242 is what you want to use. You don't want to use any of the red Loctite reds. Those are more permanent. This is the blue type, which is much easier to remove if you want to get it apart, but still quite effective. So with a little Loctite added to this assembly, it should go much better. Let's see if I can, there we go. We can see that ring inside there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this out far enough so I can add that Loctite to the threads. I've almost got that ring out now, and how I did that is I just kind of put my punch in there and I went round and round. There's probably a tool for this, but I haven't been able to find it. I was looking all over the place, so this works. And here is the locking ring. So I'm going to add some Loctite Blue to these threads, and I'm going to run it back in there. Okay, getting the Loctite in there was a project, because you don't really want to put it on the ring, because as you thread that ring in there, you're going to lose all your Loctite on the threads as you're making your way in there. It's not going to be deep in where this ring actually locks, where you want the Loctite to be. So what I did was I dribbled the Loctite onto the shaft here of this punch, and I went in there and kind of dripped it in there off of the end. It was kind of a little tricky. I was able to get enough on there, kind of get it to run back and forth, and then timing, get it in there and let it drip in. So if you're not that steady, that'd be kind of tough. Maybe another way to go about it would be to put a little extension hose on the end here, some real small plastic hose or something, give you a little snorkel to get in there. But I got the Loctite in there. It was a little bit of a project, so now I'm going to start threading this ring back in. So I just start out by getting it started there. I'm going to take this punch and I'm just going to go round and round and round until it gets seated down in there. All right, got this going now. Going around and around with that ring, getting it all the way down to the bottom, get it seated. Okay, so once it's seated and this body is barely wiggling, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to engage the punch on one of those little cutouts in the ring, and I'm going to use that real small hammer and do a little tap tap on the end here to get that ring to lock in. All right, that worked out good. You know, I'm hoping you can see that in there. You can see where I got the punch to engage the ring and a little tapping. There we go. I think, yeah, focused pretty good. And a little tapping on the end there with the small hammer. You don't have to go crazy tapping that. Just, you know, get it to seat and just tap it a little bit more. You can always tighten it more later, which may kind of upset your Loctite, but better, you know, to maybe have to add some later than go too tight and damage something. So if you're real confident about your feel with a hammer and a punch and a mechanism like that, you're probably going to be golden. If you're not sure, I'd hold back a little bit. You can always tighten it up some more later, because this does come apart pretty easy. This whole assembly I didn't try taking out, which would have made it easier, I suppose, to get the Loctite in there. But that's another whole nother project. I'm trying to just do this quick without having to take apart too much. Okay, then internal ring is tightened up. Put this beauty cap back on. Really just hand tighten. That's all you need to do with that. We slide the handle back on. We're going to get back in there with the Allen wrench and tighten it up onto the shaft. Okay, it feels like it's in the right spot. Give it a little snug. Yeah, there we go. No more rattle. We put our little beauty cap back in the back there to cover the hole where the Allen wrench goes in. And we're all set. Looks like that's done now. Yep, no more rattle. Should be able to turn the water on and we'll be good to go. So hopefully this video will help you out. If you have this situation on your faucet, give us a like and subscribe if you can. And we'll see you down the road in some other videos we'll have on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.